So last week मैंने अपने Instagram पर एक story की थी that I will be doing a video on YouTube answering some of the most frequently asked questions as well as interesting questions. और आज दिन आ चुका है जहां मुझे आप लोगों ने बहुत सारे questions भेजे हैं. I'm excited to answer all those questions. Let's get started. So if this is your first time on Curly Tales, let me quickly introduce myself. मेरा नाम है काम्या और I travel around the world creating content around food, travel, lifestyle और मैंने एक छोटी सी कंपनी सेटअप की है which is Curly Tales जहाँ मेरे अलावा there are a couple of more content creators. We all create content around food and travel. We have a website curlytales.com जहाँ हम food और travel recommendation के articles लिखते हैं, photos डालते हैं, videos डालते हैं. And recently it has been rated as India's #1 food and travel platform. So thank you so much to all of you. So let's get started. I have a lot of questions here. Well, questions. पहले तो guys मुझे questions से ज़्यादा job applications आई हैं. Most of you have applied for a job asking if you can work for Curly Tales. I really hope Curly Tales someday becomes such a big company that we can hire all of you passionate people who love to travel. So I think I've addressed 50% of the questions. Let's get to the rest 50% of it. The first question is by Revati Deshmukh, Mahesh Burkul as well as Pia Saroj. In तीनों की questions काफी overlapping है. I'm going to club it and answer them together. So Revati is asking me, how am I in this profession of traveling? Mahesh Burkul has asked me what thing inspired me to traveling and vlogging. Whereas Pia Saroj is asking how to start a travel content creation website and what is the minimum budget. Okay, so first, well, why am I in this profession? It is purely because of my passion for traveling. इससे पहले मैं actually एक news anchor थी at a business news channel ET Now और I have been in the corporate world for good 10 years. I started my journey of being as a writer, a content writer. Then I was a producer of a show. फिर मैं एक presenter बनी and eventually in my last job I was a news anchor where I used to anchor the early morning business show as well as sometime in the late afternoon I would do another show which is related to stock markets and ET Now as you know is a business news channel. तो वो मैंने good 6 years किया in my corporate world और I used to enjoy, I'll be honest, but एक वक्त ऐसा आया जब मुझे ऐसा लगा that I'm pretty much confined in this air conditioned box and I need to go out, I need to explore the world, I need to do something. I sometimes describe myself like a flower. जैसे sunlight ना मिले तो वो मुरझा जाता है, तो मुझे जब travel करने ना मिले तो I मुरझाओ. So that's what made me eventually quit my job. Talk about the money aspect. I had savings that would last me for 1 year और मैंने यही सोचा था अगर एक साल में दाल नहीं गलेगी तो I'll go back looking for a job. Fortunately ऐसा हुआ नहीं, but it did take about 6 to 8 months. Fortunately 3 साल पहले तक there were not too many travel content creators. आजकल तो बारिश हो रही है. There are so many of them. So it took some time, but it took off and I'm glad that it did. Okay, next up. Again, most frequently asked question. Nikhil Dave is asking, why you kept the name as Curly Tales? Nikhil, any guesses why? Yes, I named it after my hair. I think that's the first thing people often notice about me. और जब मैं स्कूल में थी या कॉलेज में थी people would often call me वो कर्ली बालों वाली लड़की. So लोगों को शायद मेरा नाम काम्या इतना नहीं याद रहता था but मेरे बाल ज़रूर याद रहते थे. And tales mean stories, so I just thought I need something that represents me and is also not just my name because I always wanted to form a company and not stay restricted to me only as the face of the company. So yeah, a little bit of me but more about stories, so Curly Tales. I hope I've answered your question. Again, another one of the most frequently asked question to me is, how do I manage my work and home so efficiently? This is asked by Shweta Mishra, Nikhil 2188 as well as BM Plaman. Angel Atharva is asking, who takes care of my child when I go on tours and she must be having school and can't go? Firstly, to answer the question by Shweta Mishra, how do I manage so efficiently? The simple answer is that no, I can't manage it efficiently, but yeah, somehow I do manage. I do struggle a lot to do everything to please my own heart of following my passion, to justify my salary that I get from my company, and in addition to that, to take care of my family and social responsibilities. In सब में मैं कई बार पिस जाती हूँ, but at the end of the day I feel happy because I get to do what I really love. That is traveling and creating content around that. How I manage my day, I wake up early, and on most days I sleep less because I sleep late. सुबह उठ के, अब तो लॉकडाउन है, पर जब लॉकडाउन नहीं था, I would first go drop off my child to school at around 7:45 और बिल्कुल लेट नहीं हो सकते. उसके बाद I would go to my office, reach there by 8:30, और 8:30 से लेके 5:30 तक I would be at work. And we have a carpool system here, so while I would go drop off the kids, there's another lady in my building जो पिक अप करती थी बच्चों को. तो वो घर पर पहुंच जाती थी and I would be sorted and relaxed कि चलो वो घर आ गई है. I would concentrate. 5:30 I would come back and spend the rest of my day at home. On days when I'm traveling, that's an interesting one because ये बहुत लोग पूछते हैं कि पीछे, and if my daughter is okay while I'm traveling, और पीछे कौन संभालता है. Well, so I've been living with my in-laws ever since I got married, and my daughter as well as my mother-in-law, they have a great rapport together. I have a great support system. तो जब भी मैं travel करती हूँ, my daughter is usually with her, very comfortable. वो बिल्कुल नहीं पूछती है कि मम्मा कहाँ है. In fact, she thinks it's party time because mama is very strict and grandmamas and grandparents in usual बहुत ज़्यादा lenient होते हैं, बहुत loving होते हैं. So she thinks it's party time and she truly enjoys it also. Darshil Company has asked a very good question. He says, people think your job is very easy. Please tell us your real struggles. Easy, and of course most people think it's the best job in the world, that you get paid to travel, which is true. It is one of the best jobs in the world. पर बहुत मेहनत करनी पड़ती है बॉस, बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत करनी पड़ती है. Wake up super early again, catch the first light of the morning. The process of video making is quite comprehensive. आपको शायद वो दिख जाता है around 7 to 8 minutes का beautiful travel video, पर वो 7 to 8 minutes shoot करने के लिए we spend about good 3 days at a location, morning 6 a.m. till midnight 12, shooting day in and out to get the best footage जो हम डालते हैं. बहुत ज़्यादा मेहनत लगती है. And it's not just the videos, there is a written content side of it as well, where we write articles, we have social media. It's a proper company. I mean, even if you get a brand on board, you have no idea जो जितनी मेहनत लगती है. Of course, it's again my job to make it look like it's totally seamless and it's so cool to travel around the world. It's good, but बहुत मेहनत लगती है is all I can say. And I think it's a good idea. कहीं एक बार मैं कभी BTS video भी shoot करूँगी while I'm doing a travel video, what goes behind. So Hanji Bolie _ is asking, how do you manage your travel expenses? Again, a very frequently asked question. When I started Curly Tales, I was managing expenses on my own. तब मैं अपनी trips पे खुद जाती थी अपने पैसे खर्च कर. But now it's been, I think, about a 1.5 to 2 years. I haven't spent at all, be it my air tickets, be it my hotel stays, be it my meals. Everything is pretty much sponsored. When I say sponsored, is just that a lot of tourism boards, a lot of hotels and resorts invite me over to come and experience it, just so that I can spread the word amongst the community of travelers. आप सब तक पहुंचा सकूं, because I assume you all are always looking for recommendations. So this has become my job. I never thought I could have such a cool job. But अब यही है where people invite me over to experience it. Sometimes it's sponsored, sometimes I get paid for it, sometimes it's just on barter where I experience it and I talk about it. So we all gauge it depending on how interesting it will be for the audience. And of course the crux and the most important part for creating content is the audience and how interested is the audience, So right now, तो हाँ जी बोलिए, आपके क्वेश्चन का जवाब देने के लिए. फिलहाल my travel expenses are being taken care of, but there was a period in the beginning where I would spend money from my own pocket. Okay, Dheeraj Mahajan is asking, which is your favorite destination in India where you can relax anytime without getting bored? Any guesses? चलो 10 seconds देती हूँ, आप सोचो और बताओ. मैं बहुत बार बोल चुकी हूँ ये, which is my favorite destination. For those who commented Goa, you guys get full marks on this. It is Goa. I absolutely love that place. So when I'm traveling, I I have this compulsive behavior that I want to document and record everything. Okay, मेरे लिए बहुत मुश्किल होता है to keep my phone or camera down and not record and just experience it. But Goa मैं इतनी बार जा चुकी हूँ और मैंने इतने videos बनाए हैं that I'm okay with not taking any videos and photos. So that is one place where I can totally disconnect, and I love beaches and it's so close by. And I love the vibe, the greenery over there. It just makes me feel home. I just feel home when I'm in Goa. I love that place. Okay, now I have a question from Anshuman_Lucky Shy. Just to begin with solo trip, which country would you suggest? I think solo trip के लिए first you should try out India, especially if you're a guy. Boss, आपके लिए बहुत आसान है. If it's a girl, it's a bit difficult, but I have traveled solo and I've been safe. You got to be a little cautious. You got to take the right precautions. You got to be careful at all points, but it is possible. Okay, so I don't mean to demotivate any of the women out there. Please go out and travel. But Anshuman, I think for a solo trip, if you ask me which country, I would recommend Thailand. ज़्यादा rules नहीं है. It's easy to navigate. You will know things. There are enough food options. Of course, Dubai is also another option, but Dubai में कई सारे rules हैं, and there's a strict fine if you don't follow. So I would say as first international destination, maybe Thailand is a good option. Okay, I have a very sweet message from Manish_90 who's saying, you should have informed me that you're coming to Ulhasnagar. Wanted to meet you. Well, yes, I recently came to Ulhasnagar where I have done a fun video with Ashish Chanchlani. Do check it out, guys. I'm exploring Sindhi food in Ulhasnagar. So Manish, I'm sorry I didn't inform you. Next time I'm definitely going to do that. Just that our shoot schedule always gets fixed last minute. So I don't always get an opportunity to announce it on Instagram. But the next time I come, I promise I'll let you know. Next question by Ruchi Sharma, who's asking, which product I use to maintain my hair and keep them healthy? रुचि, थैंक यू फॉर आस्किंग दिस क्वेश्चन. आपने बहुत सारी लड़कियों के बिहाफ पर एक क्वेश्चन पूछ लिया मुझे. सो माई हेयर, वेल इट टुक मी अ लॉट ऑफ टाइम टू फिगर आउट हाउ टू मैनेज माई हेयर. जब मैं स्कूल में जाती थी, आई वुड ब्रश माई हेयर, मेक अ पोनी टेल. मेरी मॉम जब मेरे बालों की चोटी बनाती थी, आई वुड cry and pain because बाल इतने खींचते थे. So first things first, please don't comb your curly hair. Your curly hair is not meant to be combed when they are dry. Please comb them only when you shampoo and condition them. So after applying conditioner, and actually these days I've been using a hair mask, which is even better. Apply a hair mask. It's just a replacement for a conditioner. Brush your hair at that point of time, remove all the knots, and of course rinse your hair. Then when I towel dry my hair, I use Pantene leave-in conditioner, where I literally use my fingers to curl my hair like this, and I've done an elaborate video also on this. Please do check it out. It's called How I Style My Curly Hair. I'll leave a link in description. Check that out as well. That should be able to answer all your questions. Okay, so that was my first Q&A video on YouTube. मुझे तो बड़ा मजा आया, and if you enjoyed too, remember you can drop in your comments below. कुछ और questions पूछो, कुछ नए सवाल. I'll be happy to do another Q&A video on this YouTube channel. Thank you so much, guys. और मैं इन्हीं comments से कुछ questions choose करूँगी for the next video. Before I end this video, wish you all a very happy new year, and remember to like, share and subscribe to Curly Tales.